Traders, good evening. This is Reverend Wood. I go by SageFT. I am the founder and the head coach of the live trading desk and SageFT.com. Let's dive right into this. Wow, what a week for volatility. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Just looking at the lay of the land. If we go back over into the ES here, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There was a lot of action here. So if we go Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, we started into this order block here through the fair value gap. They tried to break above it, didn't work. Failure to communicate. So if we think about when people talk about fair value gaps, what are they? How do they work? Okay, they are an inefficiency in the market. And because the CME claims to be one of the most efficient markets in the world, right? What they're going to do is they're going to try to clear out these inefficiencies, right? So you see that they tested it. So now let's go over here and let's watch this. And then they moved back into the order block of the all-time highs. Test, fail. Test, fail. Test, couldn't get past the median threshold. Flush. All right, now, what are we looking at moving forward? If you would like to know the narration from last week, go back to last Sunday's Sunday night review and Rev-Up. Take a look at how we nailed it. And then go through the VODs, the live trading desk on YouTube. We leave it all out there. You can see everything that I've done. You can see when I screw up. You can see when I get it right. You'll see every single second of it. You'll see the look on my face when I do something stupid, you know, that kind of thing. Hey, I'm human, okay? So the way that we want to look at this is, moving forward, let's just move into now, right? Let's just fast forward. You can review how we traded it last week. Just you know, go down to the 4 hour, go down to the 15-minute, and just use the KISS chart as your trend and context. Find your location, execute. Okay, now moving on. There's a couple things that we have to look at. Now, a couple of them might be obvious to you. Okay, the first one that might be obvious to you, this one. Okay, this is the NASDAQ daily, the NQ NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures. And what I want to show you is 1, 2, 3, 4 points of contact. Okay, now what are we going to do with the 4 points of contact? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look left, look for structure. Support's a little bit lower, or prior swing lows are a little bit lower. First clue. Okay, next thing that we're going to look at is, as we came down here, what did the volume do? Here's what we'll start. First thing is we have an actual pin bar on low-to-low trend line. How are we going to play it? Do we just go long here? Or do we understand that going long here could be the siren song, because they could just push this right back down? They could open it here and push. They could open it here and push. They could open it here and push. They could run this thing all the way back up. All right, so now what are we going to do with this information? For me, personally, nothing yet. Here's why. Show me how it works itself out of the candle with the highest volume. All right. Now the obvious one that you're going to look at, okay, because everybody is so enthralled with the Corvette drive and fake guru. Okay. This is where everybody's looking. Okay. No, I'm not looking there. Right. I mean, you can. Okay. I'll leave it on there. Now, here's the prior swings. Okay. So 20680, and then the top of the high volume candle is 20732. The low is 20075. That's the candle that I'm watching. Look at how they tried to get above it, and so they said, nope, not today. Okay, so now this is the level we're watching. This is the level we're watching down here. Which one do they get to first? If we close above this, I will be looking to see if the buyers have stepped back in. Rev, aren't you buying down here in this pin bar? Because they could instantly use this as a perfect GBI to slaughter the week. That's why. Yes, we have a draw on liquidity. Great. It's a draw on liquidity. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. You're like, oh, I didn't think of that. In the middle of a range, of a prior range. Look, the draw on liquidity is at the 50% level. Watch this. Oh, is it the location they were looking for? Maybe. Is it a location that I've seen too many times in my life? Not too many. Could we be on to something? I'll tell you what. Listen. I'll make you a deal. If this bounces into brand new all-time highs from right here, okay, I'm going to look at every 50% prior retracement of the prior swing, and that's going to be my new golden bat. Okay, so now on the NQ20732. Yeah, but Rev, you're an ES trader. Hey, there you go. Now we're getting now you're cooking with gas, right? Now you're getting it, right? Now you're understanding that 30-something% of the ES is NQ. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, so what would we do? Remember this level? I didn't remove it. Okay, remember how beautiful it is? Because if we slide to the right, slide to the left, okay, you can see it. Now, we've come into, again, let's go back to efficiency. Remove the guru that seems to have a real crazy cult for some weird reason, and just think about, how does the CME actually work? Okay, by moving from place to place to find pockets of liquidity. And so if the pocket of the lack of liquidity is the opposite, I know this sounds redundant, but we got to just get it out there. I must articulate it correctly, okay? The way that it works is if it moves from pocket of efficiency to efficiency, meaning pocket of liquidity, okay, see where my cursor is, pocket of liquidity to pocket of liquidity, okay, it has to have something that is the opposite, the yin and the yang. This would be what the opposite of liquidity looks like, okay? They call it a fair value gap. We call it an inefficiency. It's always just been an inefficiency. The fancy name, folks, I didn't learn. I've been trading for a very, very long time. I didn't learn about these cool words from some dude that has weird names for everything. I had no idea. I guarantee you go down to any of these major brokerages, and a lot of these people have never heard of that guy, right? So don't think that those people have any sort of pull. Okay, if you were to put all of the ICT traders in the world together, do you think it would move the market if they went to all into one index? Okay, the answer's no. Because even if they found enough muster, even if they found enough intestinal fortitude to push the button all at the same time, guess who has the other side of the trade? The people that aren't retail. Okay, the people that the retail lubricates will be the opposite side of that trade. Now, let's look at this the same way as we just looked at the NQ. This is going to kind of lock it in for you guys. Do you see all these white lines that line up right here? And 5884 is the number. All right, so now that was a long-winded way of me saying 5884 and above, and I'm going long on the daily chart. If we don't get that, watch a break of structure, watch a change of character. It could happen. It is that time. Look at this massive order block, which could plausibly be a breaker block if this thing gets going. So what if they break this block? What if they mitigate? What if they smash like Hulk? The weak buyers are going to get cracked. Here's the other thing that I want to show you. Okay, when we're trading all-time highs, listen, everyone has the same high-to-high trend line. That is how they are self-fulfilling in themselves. Look at this. See this right here? This one, it worked for a minute. Once it broke, they drew a new one. Because everyone in the world, all computers, all retail traders, all professional traders have this on their daily chart. I assure you. And if you don't, you should. Okay, because look what it does. Look, we're at this, okay? Now, we have slid so far, okay, that people that have money that they must put to work had to start buying down here. They had to. It wasn't like, well, I'm going to wait and see. No, they have money gushing out of their ears. They must put money to work. It can't be idle on the books, right? So there's the nibble. Do they get suffocated? Do these people get snuffed out? We're going to find out, okay? Because what we have is possibly a move back down into here. And if this breaks, it's 52s, 53s. That was a long-winded way of me saying, hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. We need to see which way it goes. Narrow range will be very, very tricky. Watch this. If we look at next week, we're battling. What is this one? 118. Look, we missed it by 3 ticks. Look at this. We are battling a 118 point minimum narrow range. We're going to start off with some Keltner channels tomorrow morning, Monday morning. Unless this thing absolutely falls out of bed or really goes buck wide. All right. Now, the way that we're going to run it, though, is because we're wide range, narrow range, what you want to do is don't think that it's going to just stop on the Keltner channel. Okay. Use the Keltner channels as your guide rails. Trade the Keltner channel on the pullback with your 15-minute KISS chart, and then possibly get yourself, I call it riding the Keltner highway. Okay, which means that it gets, let's say we come off of lower Keltner, we're in the trade, and it goes to the upper Keltner on the 2-minute chart, and it likes to just do its dance right on that line. Think how many times people get snuffed trying to trade short or sell to open on a long sequence because they see that it's at upper Keltner. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me. If you like to trade micros and you are in the prop firm space, take a look at Take Profit Trader. They do 50-cent micros. That's the best in the business. The worst in the business for micros is my funded futures, almost $2. Yuck. All right, I'm going to be trading all prop firms this week. I'm going to add a trade day on there because I seem to have forgotten it, and I'm gonna put that on there. You'll see that in there. We're smashing it. We're crushing souls. Go back, look at all the reviews and rev-ups there on all of our socials. That reminds me, hello everyone on kickx.com, facebook.com, the name of the group on Facebook with over 4,600 people. Okay, it is $ES_F. You'll see where we're at. And lastly but not leastly, I hope to see everyone tomorrow morning live across all platforms. Join us on YouTube if you want to support the stream. You can become a member. We have 3 tiers. Smash that like button, subscribe, follow, turn notification bells on, share this with your friends. We're going to be famous. Come on in. You'll be able to reminisce on where you were when we had, let's say that we have 700. We actually have almost 3,000 people in the YouTube streets. Not at any one time, but that's how many subscribers we're coming up on. Let's see who can get the 3,000th spot. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody.